Hi there, glad you could join me today. This video will not be about lighting a fire with one match. That's not the point here, and I think that's not very complicated either. What I wanted to show today is how to make an easy campfire. Many of us today take the opportunity to go outdoors and socializing, and you want to be able to make a campfire. So maybe you find your place with a fire pit, you discover there is no wood around, and you need to gather the wood and start from scratch. So the best kind of tinder you can possibly find, it's birch bark. So start looking for a birch. The loose bark here, and you should only take the loose pieces because they are the most dry material, and the finer the better, as I mentioned. Yes. So when you look for your fuel, try to look for a spruce. And here we have a spruce. If we look here, we have very dry and very hard material. So you hear they snap like this, and that is a sign that they are very, very dry and very easy to ignite. And those under a spruce, they will be dry material like this, even if it's a heavy rain. So usually you will always find material there. So we gather some of that. And another point here, don't be take a lot of material. The more the better. So when it comes to the fuel wood, I try to find pine stumps or pine twigs, dry pine twigs or dry pine stumps, because they are saturated with resin. So it is like rocket fuel for the fire. So to get up the heat and to get it going really good, you can use pine. The drawbacks with pine is that it's produce a lot of black smoke, and it's not very good for embers. You won't get good embers for barbecuing on it. But for a start, it's a very good option. So we'll just cut this stump up here and get some pieces. And I'm a big fan of fatwood. I really like I like when you find very good high quality fatwood. So look at this. See here? This is completely saturated with resin. So this will burn very hot and very quick. So this is something you want to start with. A very good both as a tinder and a kindling, I would say, and also as fuel wood. But the drawbacks, as I said, very much black smoke. And another very good option for as wood is spruce, and this is a spruce. Look for dry spruce twigs like this, because they create better embers. So take this one, that, yes. So dry twigs from spruce is also a very good option. But and maybe you think that birch is the best fuel wood, and I agree. Birch is probably the best. Low smoke, burns a long time and creates very good embers. But the problem is that it's very hard to find dry birch out in the woods, because it is not very, the birch wood is not very resistant. It will degrade very fast and it will get very wet. So if you find a dead birch, it probably won't be any good for fuel wood. So go for pine and spruce. Yes, so now we have gathered the fuel, and we have three fractions here that we will use. It's the tinder, which is dry birch bark. So that is what we start with to light, to ignite. And then we have the kindling, which is a bit larger material. This is the spruce twigs that we found. And then we have the fuel wood. And for fuel wood today we have pine stumps and some spruce twigs. So this will be a very hot and warming fire. So now we go to the fuel processing step, and we will start off by doing feather sticks, a stick that is more easy to ignite. So the fire will catch more easy because the material is there is more surface area on the material. So as I said, we need to start off very small. The smaller the better. So we do some sticks here, like that, and then we make feather sticks like this. And this is done because you don't need to do it, but the fire will catch more easy when you do this, because it's easier for the fire to catch on material that is more loose, like this. It's more surface area exposed and more oxygen can flow through here. So this is something that I always do before I start my fire. And always rotate the stick like this, so you get fine feathers, so to say, like that. So then it's time to prepare to lay the fire, or to design the fire. We will do a basic setup here. I usually start with putting some wood here, because then there are several benefits of doing this, and I think the most important one is that your fire will come up a bit from the ground, so will have more oxygen coming in. And then we simply start by putting our tinder material in the middle here, like that. And one important aspect now is to not compress anything. It must be loose. Not too loose, of course, but very loose. And don't take much of this tinder material. The more the better. The more the better. And on top of this tinder, we take some of the feather sticks, place them like this, and then we can take some of this kindling that you call it. They're very hard. Very dry. So again, make it loose, not compress, just loose. And now we will have, this fire will get going very, very good at this stage. But we can add some stuff around it. And we can also place the ravens. The ravens are coming. Maybe you also heard the raven. So like that. But don't, at this stage, don't put this onto this fire. Don't put this big material yet. We need the small material like this. So this is, I would say, a very well prepared fire. And as I mentioned in the beginning, preparation is the most important part here. If you can prepare a few places where you can ignite, like here, you see we have some tinder material here, and also back here we can ignite it. So try to ignite it at a few places. It will catch better. So now we take our, you recall, our single match, and we start light it from here. You see the birch bark, it catches very fast. So it's a very good tinder. So like that. Now we have our fire. If you have damp material, you can put it like this around the fire, and eventually it will dry out, and it will ignite later on. So that's one way of making a fire. So and as you know, the smoke, it will always find you. Whatever you do, your smoke, the smoke will always get to you. But that's all. And this is one way to light a fire. Now we have one step left, and that's the most important part. That's to enjoy your fire. And the best way to enjoy it must be with a coffee. A coffee.